If you're traveling a band and you get to Frankfurt, there's an icy feeling in the air, and your feelings could get hurt. We got to the venue and asked the guys, is our equipment here? And they said,
this is not possible.
We said, well, it's cold outside and it's raining cats and dogs. Could we at least come inside and eat a Frankfurter hot dog? We asked, is this at all remotely plausible? And they said,
this is not possible.
I said, but we need to rehearse, and a few of these guys just met. We need to get to know each other, and it's cold outside and it's wet. They said, hey, we're not your promoter, he's on vacation. I'm a bartender, he's a mountain, and the merch girl's stuck at the train station. I said, hey, we can roll with this. Could you please be the slightest bit hospitable? They said, what do you mean, roll with this? Are you from California, dude? We said, no, we're just wondering if you could be the slightest bit more affable. Then they said,
this is not possible.
so we said, fuck you guys, this has been a waste of our time. We headed out of that dreary ass place. May I suggest a place when you're jet lagged as hell? It's 20 minutes outside of Frankfurt, it's called the Romantic Hotel. In the suburb of Frankfurt, in a place called Schloss Rederschau. That's right, the Romantic Hotel is Schloss Rederschau. Schloss Rederschau. Schloss Rederschau. The Romantic Hotel in Schloss Rederschau. There are goats and sheep and horses outside. The lady at the desk is very polite. We said, we know we're here early, but could we possibly get into our rooms early if it's not too much trouble? And she said,
yes, this is possible.
We go to lunch and the waiter brings 3 types of sauce, and he politely and eloquently describes them all. I said, could I possibly get a decaffeinated coffee with cream? He said, Americano, espresso, latte, what do you mean? I said, I mean just a decaffeinated coffee with cream. And he said,
yes, this is possible.
Then I went to bed, I was so tired I slept past 9 p.m. I went to the front desk and she said, I'm sorry you missed your dinner, the restaurant is closed, sleepy man. I said, but you don't understand, I traveled a very long way from the USA. Could you please check with your kitchen and see what they say? And the guy from the kitchen came out and said, sure, I remember you. You're the guy who likes the tagliatelle. I said, yeah, that's me, thanks for remembering. I'm the guy who likes the tagliatelle. I said, could I please order it again? And the chef said,
yes, this is possible.
I woke up an hour too late. My band members seemed mildly hostile. I said, I know we gotta get on the road for Holland, but I'm hungry. Do you mind if I eat as quick as possible? They said, sure, but we're late. But I guess your request is totally reasonable. And they said to me, Mark,
yes, this is possible.
I asked the waiter, could I please get a glass of water? He said, perhaps you'd like sparkling or still in a large bottle. I said, sparkling, please, if it's not too much trouble. He said, of course not.
Yes, this is possible.
Then when we arrived in Utrecht, the hotel was delightful, not like the one they put us in Frankfurt, a youth hostel. I asked the front desk, could I please get a few extra blankets and maybe a pillow? And she said, late at night we went on a hunt for food. The place had many things to choose from, burgers and shawarmas and falafels. I said, could I possibly get some fries and a falafel? And the man said, after I ate my falafel, my stomach felt awful. I asked the front desk lady if she had some Pepto-Bismol. She said, well, we have the Dutch version, but I have to warn you, it tastes very awful. I said, that's no problem, can I have some, please? And she said,
yes, this is possible.
as they say when in Holland, do like the Dutch. So I went to a hen house to feel a hen's touch. I said, could I possibly buy an hour of your time if it's not too much trouble? And the hen said,
yes, this is possible.
so the moral of the story is that in the country of Holland, whatever you ask for, they say, yes, this is possible. But in the city of Frankfurt, whatever you ask for, they say, this is not possible. But in the suburb of Verde, right outside of Frankfurt, there's a peaceful hotel that's amiable and comfortable. I highly recommend it. Take your girlfriend there for a week. It's dreamlike and magical and serene and quaint. Now if Germany calls and says, would you guys like to come over here and play a festival? I'll say, sure, if you can put my band at the Romantic Hotel in Schloss-Rederschau. But if Germany says, well, Mark, this is not possible, then I'm gonna say, sorry.
This is not possible.
But if they call and ask, would you like to play Berlin again? Of course I'm gonna say,
yes, this is possible.
is it possible? My favorite Lou Reed album is Berlin.
Yes, this is possible.
Is it possible the band Berlin wrote a song called Sex that gave me a raging boner when I was 15? Is it possible? My favorite Jonathan Richman song is called Hospital.
Yes, this is possible.
Is it possible that J.D. Salinger wrote my very favorite novel?
Yes, this is possible.
Is it possible that my favorite meal is chicken and waffles? Is it possible the United States President needs to be admitted to a mental hospital?
Yes, this is possible.
Is it possible that I'm singing this song in Berlin in front of thousands of people tonight?
This is not possible.
Is it possible I'm actually in the studio on the Tenderloin in San Francisco, in the studio, singing to Jim on drums, Ramon on guitar, Jeff on bass, Chris on keyboards, with Nathan behind me, engineering, and I'm in a vocal booth.
Yes, this is possible.
Arrived last night to the dark city of Oslo. Along the highway to the hotel, Ben pointed out the snow. I stepped outside and the cold air pinched my nose. I recalled the many times I've come here before to play shows in Oslo. And in all of those times there are so many positive associations. Even playing the So What Club with my old band, the Red House Painters. And my times playing here solo acoustic. There was always a tall, red-headed guy following me around, the king of convenience. And I remember taking off from the venue with a blonde, and her boyfriend came knocking on the back door, out for my blood. And she sent me out the front door fast, and I went running down the cold street, watching over my shoulder. My heart was pounding fast, I was worried for my life. And I was young and I was single, and I have no regrets about it. When you're in your 20s, in my opinion, nothing should be off limits. I don't really know what her boyfriend's problem even was. It's not like something threatening was going on. She was just jerking me off while I watched her suck my thumb. The most memorable drive I ever had in my life was from Bergen to Oslo. There were no signs of life now and then, just a single bird or a boat, and the ominous silver-black mountains off in the distance along the water. And in that moment I knew why Norway had the market on black metal. I'm pretty sure the movie Trolls was filmed in that area, from what I can remember, but its scenic beauty could never be captured in pictures. Every time I played Norway, it's been a special time. I played all the cities in Norway, not just Bergen and Oslo, but also Trondheim. Actually, there are a few that I don't love that much, if you'll allow me to be candid. The city of Tonsberg and the city of Stavanger. Too many dudes with their eyes glued to their phones. I remember telling them the importance of relationships, but it was so low on their priority list. My worst memory of Norway was playing a festival in Gilsk. I got a call and my cat lost her ability to walk, and she was very sick. And I loved that cat more than anything in the world. She shared my bed with me for 16 years. She was my little baby girl. So I booked a flight out of the island of Gills, in hopes of getting home in time to see my kitty cat before she took her last breath. The whole thing was so upsetting, and the anxiety was building up so badly on the plane. And I kept writing in my journal, please, Pink, don't die on me. Please, Pink, don't die on me. Please, Pink, don't die on me when I'm up here in the sky. I'll hate myself forever if I cannot kiss you goodbye. But she waited for me when I got to my house. She was laying there lifeless on the couch. I told her how much she meant to me, and all the joy that she had given me. And if there's a God up there, I pray to him that she heard me. And of course, how could I forget my visits to Dreamlike all of a sudden? Everybody asked me, Mark, who's the girl in the song? She knows who she is, and to reveal it would spoil it. Leave a song alone, don't ask questions about it. Leave a song alone, make your own connections with it. Leave a song alone, don't ever try to overanalyze it. Leave a song alone, don't dissect it like a dead frog. Leave a song alone. I got a lot of friends in Norway, and I gotta say my heart was broken when I heard about the guy who bombed Oslo and killed the little children on their summer vacation. People in America complain about his sentence being so light, but this shit happens every week in my country, so your country is doing something right. I hate to bring this subject up cause it causes my stomach to get sick and uptight. But my point is Norway is peaceful and you're doing something right. I love so many things about Norway and how they do Christmas right. The candelabra in the window is so subtle at night. I tell Scandinavians how good they got it, they just roll their eyes and say, but it's so dark through the winter and it gets very depressive. I'm gonna tell you something, Norway, and this is no lie. I travel all around the world and Norwegians have the most beautiful eyes. The only thing I know that had more beautiful eyes than you was my precious little cat, her eyes were green and blue. I miss you to death, but I want to thank promoter Bernd Jacobs, my friend from Norway. He's a caring and very thoughtful person. He's the one who arranged the flight San Francisco for me out of the island of Gibbs, so I could get home and see my cat and give her one last kiss. And I even remember a time when I played this exact same venue. Some guy in the backseat got up and shouted, "Mark, I got something to tell you." I said, "Okay, what is it?" He said, "I hate your fucking guts!" And he rushed off in a huff. And I told him, when you leave and you cross the street, I hope you get hit by a bus. You gotta understand, he insulted me first. And on tour, I don't sleep much. You gotta understand what I said, that was not me. We all have our moments, and that guy was sniffing glue, and I was high on sleep deprivation. Anyhow, Norway, I love all you, and that's no lie. Of all the countries I played, yours is the most organized. And your fjords are so beautiful, and the salmon melts in your mouth, and the girls are so stunning, even the three of them I met in Stavanger down south. There's one I'll never forget, how could I not remember? She promoted my show, and she showed me a Snickers bar and said, "I'm so fucking broke, this is my dinner." I said, "If you like, I could give you a few hundred of my Norwegian kroner." She said, "No, ethically, I couldn't take your money, Mom." And that was the last time that I ever saw her. And my very favorite memory of Norway was playing the garage in Verde. was an old man running the place named Dennis, and we got to talking. He had a contagious smile, and we shared a bottle of sparkling water and a loaf of bread. It really wasn't much of a conversation, it was more like a one-sided monologue from Dennis. And I listened very close as Dennis was older and wiser than me. I believe his last name is Rexton. He doesn't have Facebook, and neither do I, so if you see him, please tell him Mark Kozelek said hi and God bless him. And thank you, Oslo, Norway, for coming out tonight. We're happy to be playing music for you on this cold November night. Sharing music with you, this is what I dreamed of all my life. Oslo to Warsaw, Norwegian air. It's 9 a.m. and I'm yawning next to a perky young girl with beautiful long blonde hair. She's playing a game on her phone and chewing on her Danish. The little girl behind me has a demonic cough, and she sounds like Blair in The Exorcist. I hope it's just a common cold and nothing too serious. If it's a serious medical condition, I hope the Lord blesses her. Last time I played Poland was with Justin from Godflash. I couldn't pronounce the name of the town to save my life or the venue, but we headlined a metal fest. The names of the other bands I don't know, but I do remember the aggressive sound of their names. Crib Death, Mother of Fuck, Lord, Fuck, Lord, Fuck, Lord. I don't know much about Poland other than Andrew Galata's boxing style. He put his left jab out like a kitten trying to paw a bedsheet, hanging out to dry, making his glass chin a very easy target to find. He quit after round 2 with Mike Tyson. He's on his ass, his eyes bulging with fright. And Lennox Lewis dropped him in round 1. He looked like a kid getting knocked on his ass by his daddy when his daddy came home drunk. But I got a soft spot for Andrew because the great fighters he never dodged. And I thought it was mean how his fans pilled him with garbage during his walkout after he lost to Mike Tyson. But facing Tyson was a very brave thing to do. Yeah, he was overmatched, arms flock. Show them love and support. Be kind, take the high road, be a good sport. I think in that Tyson fight, Caldo's brains may have become unglued. It wasn't quite the same after that. It could have been that beating he took. I have no clue. But those people throwing things at him was despicable and bullying at its worst. He was fighting Mike Tyson and representing your country, and his fans humiliated him by adding more hurt to his already hurt. And yeah, when Lennox dropped him in round one, I felt an even stronger connection with Caldo. Cause he went out there determined as raging bull, but like a lamb he got slaughtered. His weakness was that shim and that clumsy left. And those low blows to Riddick Bowe were his only weapon, his only defense. He was clearly overmatched. He is imperfect, as we all are. Let's face it, we're all scared little girls and boys. So everybody right now for Andrew Caldo, make some fucking noise! So right now for Andrew Caldo, make some fucking noise! Other than Andrew Caldo, I don't know much about poetry. I'm told my ancestors were from there, and I guess that's saying something. I know. I gotta admit I've never looked too deeply into it. Though I'm told before my name became Kozelek, apparently it was Kozelek. There was a time that I played the art festival in the summer in Caldo. I played a seated venue and a Polish woman cooked Italian food for me. I've been to Italy more times than I could ever count. And that Polish woman cooked the best lasagna I've ever had, and that's no fucking joke. Shared a taxi to the airport with Owen Ashford from the band Wild. I said, Owen, did you ever notice how much Poland looks like Ohio? He said, yeah, it does, and that's all he said. Owen Ashford is a great songwriter from Chicago, Illinois, if you never heard of him. Everybody, let's show some gratitude for the beautiful things in the world. The lovely cornfields along the highways and the meals that the kind people prepare for us. And the artists who come to our countries and play beautiful music for us. And the fans who come out to our show and pay the ticket and pay attention and listen to us. This life once, so let's absorb what's around us and not make a fuss over the little things. We may live to be old, or tomorrow we may get hit by a bus. I got a lot of love for all people, yeah. I got a lot of love. I got a lot of love, even for the imperfect, low blowing Andrew Caldo. I got a lot of love for you, all you people here in Warsaw, Poland. If I gotta be honest, just one thing I'll tell you, that I don't love it all. gotta be honest, there's another thing I don't love at all. It's the music of the Eagles that makes me wanna put my fist through a wall. Now I'm gonna mention a song that I love very much. AC/DC's a touch too much. Now I'm gonna mention a couple of songs that I love very much. Neil Young's Harvest Moon, and also After the Gold Rush. Now I'm gonna mention a song that I know we all love very, very much. How can we not? It's easy time. I ain't asking for much. Now I'm gonna mention a song by Queen that I love very much. Find somebody to love, 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 find me somebody to love, find me somebody to love. Now I'm gonna mention another song by Led Zeppelin that we all love very much. Oh, la love. Baby, 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 I got a whole lot of love, got a whole lot of love. Now I'm gonna mention a song from an album that I know you all love very much. I love the baby's forever beyond eternity. 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 I love the baby's forever beyond C14C Swiss Air on the way to Copenhagen from Baden, Switzerland. My favorite hotel in Scandinavia is there. They know me by name, they say, well hello Mr. Kozelek, of course your courtyard room is ready. We've already added your extra pillows and blankets. Last night's show in Baden got me very sad. Even the promoter said the audience was not fully concentrated. But after the show a woman approached me and said, hey, I think your voice is nice. I said thank God for that, because other than that I don't have a lot of options and things to do in life. I asked what she did for work there in Baden. She said she worked with kids who needed help with speech development. I said I remember those kids from my elementary school. Someone would come by and knock on the door and excuse them from the room. She said I know it's still the same way, and when they leave the room some of the kids laugh at them. I said that stuff can scar you for life. I got my own scars from my high school remedial reading classes, and I've carried around an inferiority complex no matter the amount of my success. No matter how many people tell me how talented I am, I carry around that stigma. I still feel like the dumb kid in a remedial reading class. So on and on we went with our conversation. It was blatant flirtation on her end though. It could have been my imagination. She said, it's freezing out here, what are you doing later tonight? Said, I'm going to my hotel. Why? What are you doing later tonight? She said, you see this guy standing here next to me? I'm going home with him. I'm his wife. And we laughed and I said, you asked me first. It's not like I asked you to bed down with me tonight. Let's be clear, I said I was just asking, what are you doing later tonight? She said, you're interested in what my plans are after 1 o'clock in the morning? I said, look, you asked me first. And then we laughed and I hugged them goodbye. And I said, I better get inside before I get pneumonia. So here we are, on our way to Copenhagen. In that city, for whatever reasons, I've had the most threesomes. Lots of girls come to Copenhagen from trains, from faraway places, and the line that I always use is exactly the same. I say I got a cozy bed back in my hotel that'll fit 3, and they said, okay, let's go. My visits there have been brief, and the threesomes are the fondest memories. But the most tender is my first memory of ever coming here. I was staying in Malmo right across the water. We took a ferry to Copenhagen. I met a girl outside a Chinese restaurant. I asked her if she'd like to join my band for dinner. And 3 days later she hitchhiked all the way to Holtzred from her hometown of Mala. That was 1997 and 20 years have passed and she's got a child and a husband. And I'm happy to say she's still one of my very dear friends. I'm still on this plane to Copenhagen, and when I get there I hope the snow is falling. It calms my nerves to watch it falling from my courtyard window. And I hope that the canals are frozen. I prefer to see the bikes stuck in the ice. People cycle too fast on the bikes. Jesus Christ, Scandinavians love their fucking bikes. It's hard to explain to all of you, because for you, your bikes are a common thing. A bicycle's moving so fast, it's not a common thing for me to deal with, or for me to see. I'm always jet-lagged and edgy and sleep-deprived on tour, traveling from city to city. But my life is pretty good overall. So about my issues with your bicycles, upon me, take no pity. I'm gonna tell you something from the bottom of my heart. I'm not lying, my favorite place to tour is Scandinavia, and that's a fact. The trains are peaceful, the scenery is serene, the promoters are honest, and they always put me in the Scandi. And your English skills are fantastic, and your eyes are all cat-like, spellbinding and hypnotic. Yeah, so this plane's about to land, and I'm looking forward to the show in Copenhagen. I need to close my eyes and spend 5 minutes tuning out in my loneliness. That's all I got to say, that's all I'm saying, that's all I'm saying. My eyes are now fading, but I'm looking forward to playing tomorrow night in Copenhagen. And yeah, I'm older now and I won't end up in a threesome. I'll end up back in my hotel after the show in my middle-aged lonesome, which is better for me, cause I need my sleep. It's just nice to call my girlfriend and tell her I love her, and hear her say that she loves me too. But if I may gloat for just a moment, somebody told me in 1999 I was indie rock's answer to Wilt Chamberlain. Back then I was 32, what he said was probably true. Back then I was getting more pussy get hard as often anymore. There's just too much information. What's concerning for me with all those Viagra commercials I used to ignore? Now I'm starting to pay attention. I think the woman next to me on the plane thinks I'm a crazy man writing my long crazy man scroll. I just stopped for a second to ask her if she'd ever seen the Norwegian horror film Trolls. She said, "Excuse me, sir, I don't feel like talking right now, I'm very tired." I said, "Okay, I understand, but if you only knew who in the fuck I am." She said, "Excuse me, sir, your tone is very aggressive. I'm fucking with y'all right now. This conversation never even happened." Now for real, I'm putting away my crazy man scroll. This plane's about to land. I gotta get up to use the bathroom. Anyhow, thank you for coming out to tonight's show in Copenhagen. When I was a kid, some kids liked Skål, but I preferred Copenhagen when it came to my snuff. Anyhow, thank you again for coming out tonight to our show. I know what you're thinking, this song's been long enough. But I can't go away without giving a shout out to your great export boxer, Brian Nielsen. Though he was stopped by both Evander Holyfield and Iron Mike Tyson. Let's give it up for Denmark's Brian Nielsen. He wasn't much of a fighter, but he had the heart of a lion, Brian Nielsen. So let's give it up for Denmark's Brian Nielsen. Let's give it up for Denmark's Brian Nielsen. C12C, SAS, Copenhagen to Stockholm. Stockholm would be my first choice for a European second home. Feel like I live there in another life. I dreamed that I lived in an old flat there once, and it was Christmas time. In real life I brought home a lot of nice gifts from Sweden, a mole clock from Malmo, and some ice cube trays from IKEA, and a collection of old silverware that an ex-girlfriend's father sold me from his antique shop. And she gave me a beautiful blue ceramic bowl that's still on my kitchen table. A lot of good memories here in Stockholm. Last time I saw Elliott Smith was at the Accelerator Festival, July 5th, 2000, a beautiful sunny day. I wish I would have hugged him goodbye, but I figured I'd see him again another day, maybe in San Francisco or LA. But as things turned out, it didn't work out that way. And my favorite restaurant, Stockholm, Sweden, is right down the road. It's called Pelican. I like the salmon, but I never eat the reindeer. Something about the idea of eating reindeer brings my eyes to tears. I don't understand how any of you can eat reindeer. When I was a little kid, my favorite Christmas special was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. He had that stuffy nose voice, and I still love Rudolph. I saw reindeer carpaccio on the menu recently, and I wanted to shoot myself. I love you, Sweden, I really do, but please let the reindeer run free. They're the sweetest animals. Kill a moose or a buffalo if that's what you gotta do to taste gamey meat. Please leave the reindeer alone. Please pass on that reindeer dish. Please do it for me, please grant me this one wish. Please leave the reindeer alone. Please pass on that reindeer dish. Please do it for me. Please grant me just this one wish. The first time I ever played Stockholm, a kid walked up to me on stage and said, "Mark, do you realize that you are God in Sweden?" I said, "You're very young and that's a foolish thing for you to say, and you're tripping. Like I said, you're young, you're gonna see that somebody else is gonna come along and be God in Sweden." Later on came Jose Gonzalez and cigarettes. If I died tomorrow, it'd be blurbs on online magazines for 48 hours. You'd all be fine. You'd say, "Hey, I met him once and he didn't seem like he wanted to talk to me." Then you'd say, "Look, who's headlining Roskilde? The Gorillas." Back to Sweden and all the things I love about it. A good friend of mine is here and I always make time for her. When she sees me, I think something about me makes her glow. And when I see her, something about her makes me glow. She's one of those friends I'll always know. Uplifts me and I uplift her, and that's an essential part of being on the road and being on tour. There's so much stress on the road and it can make you edgy, so surround yourself with the people who care about you and make you happy, who don't bring you down and who love you unconditionally. As my lawyer says, never engage with crazy. And as AA says, to further yourself, you gotta step over the dead bodies. There is something about Sweden to me that is meditative. Everyone seems like they're on some kind of sedative. When I was a kid, I loved Dava, and Dava set in value. When I'm in Sweden, I kind of feel like I'm on 5 milligrams of value. Because the Swedish people, they seem like they're on Valium, or they smoked a little bit of pie. It's in their eyes, they all look so tranquil like cats, they don't blink a lot. Don't know know if it's the darkness or the things that they're eating. There's a serenity I feel whenever I'm in Sweden. I like the candles in the doorways of the hotels. I like the candles on the dinner tables. You guys put candles everywhere. You even put them in the hotel elevators. That's one of my very favorite things about Sweden. The candles, 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 the candles. When I was a kid, my dad wouldn't let me burn candles. I light incense or candles in my room. My dad would walk in the room and say, "God damn it, Mark, put those fucking candles out. You're gonna burn the whole goddamn house down." And let me tell you a story. My dad turned out to be right. Later on in 2004, I left a candle burning beside a flower pot. It was the summer and all the flowers were dried up. I went for a walk to the marina and back. And when I was gone, those flowers went up. And when I came home, my door was all boarded up with plywood. I broke it down and looked like my whole apartment floor was covered in charcoal. And I looked around and my whole kitchen wall was gone. Some guys were doing construction in the building next door, and they saw the fire and they called the fire department. Luckily for me, the fire department is 2 blocks away from my apartment. So they came and they put the fire out. Had they not been there to see it, I would surely be doing 3 to 4 life sentences in San Quentin prison, burning an apartment building down and killing a few people in America. That's called 3rd-degree murder. That's when you kill somebody for negligence and being careless. I used to get pissed off at my dad when he'd tell me what to do and he'd have a fit. But as it turns out, with the candles he was not clowning around. He was right and not wrong. I was spaced out, my head was in the clouds, and I almost burned my whole apartment building down. But the Swedes seem to be in control of the candle situation. The Swedes are smarter and more organized than American. I know this isn't much of a song, and the ending is even worse. It could have been better, but the stewardess came around and just told me to shut my laptop off. I have more things to say in regards to how much I love Stockholm. All the things I love about it, besides candles and more clocks and Delft blue ceramic bowls. But like I said, the stewardess came by and said, "Sir, please put your laptop away." I said, "Jesus Christ, what the fuck? I've got this huge concert tonight in Stockholm, and I had this perfect song I was gonna sing to my audience." She said, "Sir, please put it away now." I said, "Okay, goddammit," and I closed my laptop down. And that's my unfinished song from C12C, Scandinavian Airlines, Copenhagen to Stockholm. And this is my unfinished song from C12C, Scandinavian Airlines, Copenhagen to Stockholm. And this is my unfinished song from C12C, Scandinavian Airlines, Copenhagen to Stockholm. And this is my incomplete song from C12C, Scandinavian Airlines, Copenhagen to Stockholm. And this is my incomplete song from C12C, 22C, Paris to Barcelona. David Cassidy died last night, we're gonna sing a song for him. I watched the Partridge Family when I was a kid. Keith Partridge was cool, those guys like him who made me wanna play guitar. Keith Partridge and KK Downey and Glenn Tipton and Tony Iommi of Black Sabbath and Jimmy Page of Led Zeppelin. David Cassidy was so cool that I read his autobiography. It's called Come On, Get Happy, and I recommend it highly. It's about the troubles he had being a young TV star, being controlled by the networks and being taken advantage of, being exploited and being ripped off by those who overworked him, coming home from tours broken, canceling shows due to overexhaustion, and of his battles with depression. I will not reveal how he said that he overcame, and I'll leave that to you, as the book is a must-read. Buy that book tomorrow, it's one of my favorite autobiographies. Lots of legendary musicians passing away lately, like the late, great Malcolm Young of AC/DC. But for now, we're gonna sing a song by this great inspiration who warmed our hearts and gave us years of television entertainment. The first one we're gonna do is the soundtrack of my childhood in front of the television. Me and my sisters would gather around it. It's the theme song of the TV show The Partridge Family. Here we go, it's called Come On, Get Happy. And the one we're gonna do after that was sung by my favorite rock singer. His name was Bon Scott, and he wasn't just a regular rock singer. He was a blues singer, he was a soul singer, but he overdosed one day like so many other singers, like Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, Jim Morrison, and Shannon Hoon. The list goes on, and there are more and more and more and more of them. But I'm not gonna go down the rabbit hole with that. A song about the struggles of being an entertainer. Yeah, I've covered all that. Gonna get on with what I was just talking about. I'm gonna sing David Cassidy a shout out. David Cassidy made us happy when we were little girls and boys. So for David Cassidy right now, everybody make some fucking noise! And while we're at it, don't forget about Malcolm Young. Like a sledgehammer at a nail is how he strummed his scratch guitar. Malcolm Young played guitar on the song Highway to Hell. So from Malcolm Young, everybody at the top of their lungs, I wanna hear you fucking yell! Okay, like I said a few times already, we're gonna play the song Come On, Get Happy. I love you, David Cassidy. Thank you for all the happiness that you brought me when I was a kid. So rest in peace, David Cassidy. Rest in peace, my young hero, David Cassidy. When I was a kid, I had shoulder-length long hair, parted in the middle and feathered like David Cassidy. I wore clogs and bell-bottom jeans just like David Cassidy. I had polyester shirts, unbuttoned 3 buttons down like David Cassidy. So anyhow, like I've already said a bunch of times, we're gonna play this song right now. It's called Come On, Get Happy. Hello world, here's a song that we're singing. Come on, get happy. Loving is what we'll be bringing, will make you happy. We had a dream we'd go traveling together and spread a little love, and if we keep moving on, something always happens whenever we're together. We get a happy feeling when we're singing a song. Traveling along, there's a song that we're singing. Come on, get happy. Loving is what we'll be bringing, happy. Will make you happy. Will make you happy. Daddy worked from 9 to 5, while my mama stayed home with me. And by the time that I was half alive, I knew what I wanted to be. When I left school, I grew my hair. They didn't understand. They wanted me to be respected like a doctor or a lawyer. Man, whoa! Gonna be a rock and roll singer. That's right. I'm gonna be a rock and roll star. I'm gonna be a rock and roll singer. I'm gonna be a rock and roll star. Whoa! When I grew up, I worked real hard so I could buy a guitar. That's right, I wanna be on top one day. I wanna be a star. And I can see my name in lights. And I can see you. I got the devil, I got the devil, I got the devil, I got the devil, I got the devil in my blood. Telling me Stop! Walked back to the hotel last night, tired as hell with my band. Madrid was cancelled, yeah, even with all those allegedly competent stage hands. They couldn't fix the calibration on the PA, and the snare drum was missing, and an amplifier was blown, and the feedback wouldn't stop hissing. They talked in Spanish, I gave them 2 chances to fix the thing. They scratched their heads, and among themselves they kept whispering and whispering. I asked a band member who understands a little bit of Spanish, what are they saying? He shook his head and said, don't think this show is happening. Got in my room, I called Caroline back in the States. She was cooking a turkey with her parents in LA. It was Thanksgiving Day. I was tired, I spent some time blow drying my socks that I washed in the sink with a few V-neck t-shirts and a pair of pants with some hotel hand soap. The wrapper said, soap for joyful hands. I went and laid down under the thin sheets of my Spanish bed, fell asleep and had a dream about the twin sisters whom outside the venue I met. It would have been great to slay the crowd, to throw down on that stage, but it could not be done with that old, dusty, outdated PA system, dialed in for performance art and children's plays and stand-up comedians and magicians. It was not dialed in for dynamic bands that played a few decibels above medium. Before I went to sleep, I called all the guys in my band about the lobby call in the morning and the basic layout of tomorrow's plans. What time do we leave for Porto? When will the plane land? My socks were hanging out to dry on the doorknobs, the curtain rods, on the bedside stands, even on the lamps. Washed with Madrid tap water and soap for joyful hands. Seat 9C, Iberia Air, Oporto to Heathrow via Madrid. Last night we played in a town called Espinho, outside of Oporto, Portugal. Our hotel was on the beach and the air smelled so wonderfully tired. I went for a walk along the rocks that went straight under the ocean, and the rocks started getting slippery. When I got to the edge, I was about to take a photo with my disposable camera when a sneaker wave came out of nowhere and I got hammered. I walked back to the hotel drenched with the ocean and tide pool in my mouth. Getting drenched by that water out of nowhere, for me that's what life's all about. And I even love the routine stuff, the day-to-day. I find poetry in the day-to-day. I find it in the emptiest, loneliest, most boring and uneventful days. But it's the curveballs that hit us out of nowhere that make us say, fuck, thank God I'm alive today. Thank God I'm alive to taste the ocean today. Thank God I'm alive to smell the fish soup and the boiled shrimp today. That wave woke me up and made me realize what a gift I've been given in life. I got friends who didn't get this far because they committed suicide. I got friends who didn't get this far because they had heart attacks and fell off the couch and died. I got friends who didn't get this far because of cancer, they died. That sneaker wave woke me up and made me realize what a beautiful gift I've been given. One day I wake up to the Stockholm snow. One day I wake up to the sunshine in Portugal. Came back to my still wet clothes, washed with soap for joyful hands in Spanish water, and hung them to dry on that balcony of the hotel on shirt hangers. We went to play the show in Espanol and we sang I love Portugal, I love Portugal. And I told them the story of the first time I ever played there in the 90s with the Red House Painters and how we were playing soul, coughing last minute at a festival, and how we got whistled at and pelted by garbage thrown at us by the fans, and how it made me smile like Satan. How I met two guys named Vasco Miguel who became my very good lifelong friends. After the show last night in Espanol, I met a woman who asked me, Mark, besides music, what are your other passions? I said, I'm 50 years old, baby. I find laying on the couch very relaxing, and I also enjoy reading books with my new reading glasses, and I enjoy being 50 and not suffering from pancreatic cancer, and I enjoyed waking up after being in Easter times from a colonoscopy and finding out I didn't have colon cancer. Wanna know my other passions besides living my dream of playing music? Those are your answers. She said, I mean other passions, you know, things besides playing music. I said, if I put any effort into other passions, I'd not be standing here in Portugal talking to you. I said, do you get what I'm saying? If I had other passions like dairy farming or freeing animals from the zoo, I'd not be standing here right now in Espanol, Portugal, talking to you. She said, I'm not sure if you know what I mean when I ask if you have other hobbies or passions. I said, look, there are three things I do. I play music, eat, and I watch boxing matches. To do what I do for a living, baby, other passions would be called distraction. Having other passions would make me one of those hobbies musicians. It takes 20 years to make 4 lousy albums. It's raining outside. I said, hey, it's been a nice conversation, but I gotta get going. And I got in the van with my band. We went to the hotel by the ocean. And I was like, fuck, my socks are still wet, the socks I washed with soap for joyful hands, and now they're even more drenched with the quarter rain. I was like, fuck, goddamn. And now I've made my Madrid connection with my plastic bag of wet socks in my luggage bag. I'm on my way to Heathrow, and when my plane lands, hotel room to hang my socks to dry, washed with soulful, joyful hands. Now I'm on my way to Heathrow, and when my plane lands, gonna pray that my socks washed with soulful, joyful hands are dry from my short shepherd's bush tomorrow night. Cause I don't feel like going to Westfield Mall and shopping for socks. Gotta hate that fucking place. Reminds me of being a kid when I was small and falling on my knees and going, Mom, let's go home, I'm fucking bored. I know you're all thinking, what's the big deal? Just go to H&M and buy some new socks. But maybe you don't think like I do. You see, I'm very sentimental about my socks. They're Christmas gifts from my sister and from my father and from my ex-girlfriend's grandmother. And there's a pair that in Olsen, Norway I bought. I'm very sentimental about my socks. till 3:30 in the afternoon. I'm fucking tired and I need some serious fucking sleep. I've been to 14 different countries in the last 3 weeks. Not for the money, not for the ego trip, not for potential after show action. I'm here right now because this is my passion. I'm up here right now in front of you, not because of a decision I made to become a musician. If I wasn't doing this, what else would I be doing? Do I strike as a man who'd be English teacher? I'm on airplanes every fucking day trying to get from Amsterdam to Helsinki to Espino to Prague to Warsaw to Oslo to Copenhagen to Dublin to Tel Aviv to Reykjavik to Athens. Because baby, let me tell you something, this is my one life's passion. If that girl I met in Portugal was here, she'd say, oh, I think I've tapped into one of your other passions. You're on some trip about socks, and it's totally neurotic. I'd say, yeah, whatever you say, but look, I wrote a song about it. A captivating song about washing signs and hotel sinks. Who else can give you that? Graham now, Steely Dan, Ed Sheeran, Glenn Hanson, the only other guy in this world who could write a poetic song about cheap hotel soap is Jonathan Richman. But wouldn't be quite like mine, 'cause I'm a unique motherfucker from a town in Ohio called Maslin. Nobody can capture poetry washing socks with hand soap at hotels like I can. You see, ask me more, what are your other passions? Be like me asking Leonardo DiCaprio, hey, Leo, what are your other passions besides acting? He'd call his agent and say, please remove this person, he's breaking my concentration. Now if I made my point, I hope so. And when my plane lands, I hope my socks will dry overnight, that I wash with soul and joyful hand. And when my plane lands, I hope my socks will dry overnight. For tomorrow night show at Shepherd's was that I wash with Madrid tap water and soap for joyful hand. And when my plane lands, I hope my socks will dry overnight, that I wash with soap for joyful hand. And when my plane lands, I hope my socks will dry overnight. For tomorrow night show at Shepherd's bush that wash with soap for joyful hands and Madrid tap water. And when my plane lands, when my plane, and when my plane lands, my plane lands, and when my plane lands. At the Ocean Apartments, a breezy rise is blowing in from the Pacific. The balcony doors are open and the salt, sweet scent of the sea is on his skin and on his lips and in the air that he breathes. His senses are more acute since he stopped smoking. Chesterfield, his brand of choice, provided the finance for the stolen jewels. And he and Dave generated some income by advertising old gold. Cigarettes, although he could never smoke old gold himself. Either way, the tobacco companies made their money back. 1,000 times over, and now he's an old man, smelling the world anew. Lois, his daughter, calls him on the telephone. He enjoys hearing from her. He loves spending time with his grandchildren. He could perhaps attract more children of his own, but he chose not to. His daughter is to be his soul. Such blessing, Ida says that she always knows when Lois is on the other end of the telephone. He does not even have to speak her name. Ida can hear this voice and see it in the expression on his face. Before I die, Ida sometimes says, I wish I could witness that expression on your face. Just once when I call, if your tone is anything to go by, your face won't look like it does when you hear from Lois. He always hushes her. If he's in a bad mood, he tells her that she sounds like Anita Garvin or Vera, although he only thinks this and never utters it aloud. He will die soon, he knows this on some animal level. He does not mind dying, he's not afraid. He will miss his daughter, and he will miss Ida, but he is now discarding days like small bills until all are spent passing them by writing letters and waiting for strangers to call. He's excited by new deliveries of stationery with the Oceana letterhead. In another life, he may have been content to run a stationery store with ascending grades of material from the cheapest to the finest, and even the poorest stored carefully to preserve it from damp and stains. He retains a small stock of expensive cotton paper, which he uses sparingly. He admires the randomness of the watermark it bears, so that no two sheets are alike. He's always been ambivalent about unpredictability about the soul. He tried to impose order upon his life and failed. He resisted the imposition of order upon his art and succeeded in both spheres of his existence. He ultimately embraced chaos. These are the subjects about which he thinks when he is alone at the Oceana apartments. He's not sad about the imminence of mortality. He feels that the purposeful part of his existence ended many years ago. The best part of it concluded with Babe's death. He has never been a particularly religious man. He and Babe had this in common. Reincarnation appeals to him, but only if he can retain some memory of the mistakes that he has made in his life. And therefore, only if he can retain some memory of Babe. He does not trust in reincarnation alone to reunite him with Babe. He does not trust in reincarnation alone to reunite him with Babe. He does not trust in reincarnation alone to reunite him with Babe. He does not trust in reincarnation alone to reunite him with Babe. Fate perhaps, but not reincarnation, because it was fate that brought them together, these lives entwined like lovers' limbs.